Okay, and this is something that I saw a couple days ago, and we had to reach out. We're gonna go back to April 1988. It's almost obviously 25 years to the day ago. The cover of the LA Times magazine had this, and it caught the attention of Jerry Lockenour. He's an engineering director at the time. The article was one of those that predicts what the world will look like.
I love those.
So what will the world look like 25 years from now in the year 2013?
Right. Wow.
25 years later, then, it is fair to say this thing is still making an impression because Jerry Lockenour is now a professor at USC. Fight on, and he's using the story to help teach his engineering students the relevance of technology and the developments of said technology. We're happy to have him now joined by a couple of his students via Skype there from USC. And Jerry, I have to when I saw this, I mean, it's one of those stories that Sam just said, you have to dive in just to see where we were right, where we weren't so right. What struck you, not just then, but what struck you about this article now?
Well, I guess two things. One, that they were right on target on many of the topics. Some of them aren't here yet to the degree that they projected they would be by this point.
Right.
So they over-predicted where technology would be in 2013. But pretty much on target, I think, in terms of the general trends that they were forecasting.
And then some of them are like flying cars? That was one of the things, right?
Well, the four topics that I had the students focus on were smart cars, robots in the home, high-tech teaching, and then there was quite a bit of coverage on the demographics of Los Angeles in 2013. Jobs, schools, pollution, crime, things of that sort.
So the smart cars, I mean, we've obviously seen those. The robots in the home, I mean, we're not necessarily at Jetsons level where we have whatever her name was, but rolling around. Rosie. But where are we right now with robot technology, especially as it applies to daily life?
Well, I mean, robots are quite pervasive now in factories, in touch labor jobs and things of that sort. They're being used in surgery, in the hospitals, but we really haven't seen them in the home yet to the extent that was forecast in this article.
I don't know. I've got one cleaning my carpets right now.
Right now.
The little Roomba.
I want to bring your students in, guys. What do you make of this article then and now?
Well, actually, the article originally speak of robots doing houseworks like making the beds, preparing coffee and everything. So we're not there yet, but the thing is that we have some forms of robots, because robots are not only the devices that have they are humanoids, they have legs and arms. They could be like devices like a mechatronic.
Absolutely.
So we have a sort of robots like vacuum cleaners.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But the thing is also that we have many automations, not exactly robots, like for heating, for water, for many purposes in the house.
They were
today.
basically, I mean, they were more on the money than not.
Right, and if you look at that picture, the architecture at that time really wouldn't have been possible, but those buildings are all over now. Look at that.
Yeah.
The thin, sleek, like knife blade architecture that is now on skylines.
More and more. I mean, that's what downtown Los Angeles, a stone's throw from USC, is actually looking like. Dr. Lockenour and your students, we really appreciate you getting up with us. And this, again, fascinating article for everybody out there on the internet. Just Google it, because you know about the Google, and it's terrific. It's terrific. We want to thank you guys for joining us, though. Thank you.
Yeah.